welcome into the PHNX Daily Bet Show, brought to you by the one and only DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe wherever you get your podcast, and leave a 5-star review. I'm Shane Dieffenbach, joined as always by Johnny Venerable. How you doing, Mr. Bloomin' Onion?
Hey, I'm doing well. I'm fiending for a bloomin' onion. Unfortunately, here in Maricopa, we don't have fine dining that supports that kind of cuisine. I do have a Denny's down the street though, so might be on the docket for lunch. But all seriousness, doing fine. I had a little bit of a cold streak last night. It was bound to happen.
Yeah.
When you're cranking out heaters left and right, upwards of 80% conversion rate. You were due. I got let down by my Brooklyn Nets. It happens.
Yeah, well, the reason why I tweeted that the boys are staying hot is because it was in talking into the future of what's going to happen tonight. Because, honestly, in all seriousness, the card tonight is it's a little hard.
I was sending you picks, and then I'm like, oh shit, these are games on Wednesday. Well, DraftKings.
So, speaking of, let's pull up your picks from yesterday.
Let's not do that.
Well, you picked the Warriors minus 8.5, and now they're 7.5 today. This was for today's game.
That was a little preview teaser. Teaser from your boy. Listen, Sixers money line, that you and I both love that. Easiest bet of the night.
Yeah.
Everything else, don't feel good about it. The Cavs, they just, you know what they did? They swooned over LeBron.
Yep.
LeBron took Kevin Love's soul last night. And then LeBron with my lone prop, shit the bed when I needed just 2 more points.
Johnny, it's so funny is you picked you when you were talking about this pick yesterday, you said, LeBron's going into Cleveland. I'm expecting to have a big night. The Cavs are blah, blah, blah. And then you're like, but Cavs -5.
Well, here's the thing with that, though, is because I think up until recently, they were winless in the second half of the season, post All-Star break, when LeBron doesn't score 50-plus points. So I'm like, I could definitely see LeBron having 42, 43, and them losing because they're the Lakers and they're awful. They're an embarrassment. The Cavaliers are a sneaky, fun, young, athletic team. And I also thought the Cavaliers would not pee the bed when King James, albeit 38-year-old King James, comes back to town. Same old Cavs, who I'm sure last night slobbering all over LeBron, basically saying, we can't wait to trade for you and just mortgage our future. They just can't. It's like the girlfriend I talked about yesterday. The girlfriend, you can't quit. Even when you feel like things are going well, just comes back into your life.
Well, the Cavs are a sneaky, fun, good team, and they're young. You know who else is a sneaky, fun, young, good team is the boys at PHNX over here. And I want to plug this early because, Johnny, you got something big going on tonight or today, later in the day.
Huge.
So, people.
In T-minus 2 hours, Arizona Cardinal right tackle Kelvin Beachum will join us on PHNX Cardinals Live, myself and Saul Bookman. We're going to talk everything. We're going to talk why they keep faltering at the end of the season, how they can get better, slow start to free agency. We're going to talk on your boy, Kyler Murray, and his relationship with Kelvin. Kelvin Beachum is incredibly close with Larry Fitzgerald. He's got a tremendous humanitarian effort with Uganda trying to bring in clean water. He was the Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee for the Arizona Cardinals, so cannot have a better guest for today. The Cardinals don't want to make noise. They don't want to make news, but PHNX Cardinals will. Kelvin Beachum live today, 2 hours from now.
Love it. It's going to be super exciting. Keep tapped in here on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. And if you want to become a member, head over to gophnx.com. You can get your first month for just 50 cents, or you can get an annual membership for just under $60. You also get a free t-shirt with that as well. And boy, are we dropping some heat. And maybe there's some hats coming soon. We don't know. But yeah, keep tapped in right here on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. Turn your notifications on. And yeah, a lot of good stuff going on over here at gophnx.com. All right, we'll get into my picks from yesterday as well. Pelicans +6 was the only boy that hit. We both didn't do great on our picks. But yeah, the Pelicans are a team that likes to cover a lot, but they don't really win. They lost by 3. T-Wolves money line.
They don't really win.
T-Wolves money line. They almost brought it back, but they did not. They ended up losing by just 2 points. Should have taken the cover there. I think it was 1.5 actually. Maybe it was 2. I don't know. And then the Jazz -1.5 as well. We both had that did not hit. So
not good. Not what we want. Not what you want to see on a Monday. But you know what? I think it's a good omen. We got our stinkers out of the way. We're going to be on fire the rest of this week into the Sweet 16. I predict this weekend with the Sweet 16, led by U of A, who I think gets to the Final Four, we will be over 70% with our picks this weekend.
Well, we'll get into my props from last night just to.
Oh, no one cares about that.
Just to finish that. Darius Garland, bang, over 34.5 points and assists. I think he got like 39 of them. That man loves dishing out assists. I mean, I think he had like over 15, I think, last night. Just ridiculous. And then CJ McCollum leads that team. I think he finished with 27 or 28 points in that game they covered. So the Pels are doing me well. 2 for 2 of my props, 3 for 5 overall. Johnny, what do you always say about professional bettors? About 60%, which is what I am. So love to see that. All right. Well, tonight's slate, a little strange, only 4 games. These are a little hard to pick because the Warriors and the Magic, you get the Magic, who are a young team and they're in Orlando, and then you have the Hawks and the Knicks, which is always a really gross game.
You love those, though. Those are your favorite kind of games.
Yeah,
outside of the Suns play. Those are yours.
I have 3 picks on that game, and then the Bulls and the Knicks, a little bit gross as well. Clippers Nuggets is going to be a banger. I'm excited for that. I think we're both leaning one way. So, Johnny, without further ado, what do you like in this slate?
I don't like the Magic at all. I think this is going to be a gross affair. I think the Warriors, the mercenaries they are, will come to town in Florida and take care of business in a big way. I like 2 of the 3 favorites. I like these 2 contenders. Is Milwaukee going to get it together? I think they are. I think they hammer Chicago. Chicago has been one of the more fraudulent teams of the second half of the season. Giannis and company are taking care of business. That number's actually grown, I believe, to -8. So if you can get it now, because I think they win by double digits. And then here's the thing. I don't think the Clippers are a good team by any stretch of the imagination, but they are feisty, right? They play the Jazz incredibly tough. They are in the midst of losing 4 or 5, but it's the do factor. I think they cover plus 6.5, but I think it's a 1-possession game in the fourth quarter. Yes, the Jazz probably win, but Clippers play tough, man.
And Clippers are a team you don't really want to see off of a back-to-back as well.
Correct.
So, yeah, we'll get into my picks for today. And I like the Clippers as well. And we already explained why. Knicks and Atlanta, that over right now is at 225. It's probably going to move a little bit. I would take the hell out of that. I think this is a 250-point game. I think that they just don't like playing defense. I don't think Julius Randle is playing tonight. So no PRA from him. But
prayers for you.
Don't worry. And then the Warriors, -1.5 first half. I think this game's going to be a little close. No Steph Curry still, obviously. But I think they win that first half pretty easily. So give me that. I think I was supposed to say 4.5. It's not 1.5. There's no way it's 1.5. So yeah, -4.5 first half. And then we'll get into our props in a little bit, but the DraftKings Sportsbook app has all of these available and more. When you sign up using that promo code PHNX, all you have to do is put $5 on any college basketball game to get $200 in free bets if the team that you bet on wins. It's just that easy. Johnny, you said you like U of A against Rutgers. I think that line's still at 1.5 on DK. Do you still
Houston?
I'm sorry. Rutgers, Houston, red, whatever. You still like them over Houston?
Yep. I think they roll to the Final Four. I think they smack Houston by double digits, pound it hard, and then I like them to hard-fought victory over Villanova, who I think will advance to the Elite Eight. Villanova is a nice team. I think U of A, their toughest matchup, I'm going to keep saying it, TCU. U of A is battle-tested. They were battle-tested coming back from injury from the Pac-12 tournament. I think they not coast to the Final Four, but I think it's relatively comfortable. We'll look at them as the predominant co-favorite to win the national championship.
I think this Houston game is going to be a harder matchup than the Villanova game if they end up winning.
So? Okay.
Houston the offensive rebounding on Houston is tough. But regardless, if you like either of those teams or anything else in March Madness, you can bet just $5 on any team to win their game. And if they do, you get $200 in free bets when you sign up using that promo code PHNX this week only at the DraftKings Sportsbook app. If they win, you win with promo code PHNX. That's 21 plus, Arizona only, gambling problem, call 1-800-NEXT STEP. New customers only, minimum $5 deposit required. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for more details. Got a little cute prop, Johnny, don't you? Got a little cutie.
It's Clay Day. It might be Tuesday, but it's also Clay Day. Klay Thompson destroys the Orlando Magic historically. He will go for over 30 points tonight. Book it at plus 380, throw a 10 spot on that, prosper as a result. That is one of my favorite basketball bangers of recent memory. I saw that this morning. I'm like, first of all, he's got better odds to hit 5 3-pointers tonight than he does to get eclipse over 30 points. I'm telling you right now, if he hits 5 3-pointers, he's going over 30. So maybe parlay those two little tasty nuggets together on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. But Clay is starting to hit his stride with a Golden State team right now that's going to give Phoenix Suns some problems in the playoffs. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I love him tonight to dominate the feeble Orlando Magic.
Feeble. Ew. That's a little mean. It's a little mean, yeah. Johnny.
Well, when you're in the teens in terms of your win total and it's March, late March, you are in fact a feeble team.
Yeah. Well, I have two little cuties, and they're both in the same game. They're not in the next game. I know what game
you're going to.
No, it's actually not in the next game. I was wrong. I remember going to the same thing, but
I was wrong.
It was in the Bulls game. I almost did that, but I forgot Julius isn't doing anything tonight, so I can't. If I could bet on his PRA even when he's not playing, I probably would if it was like a half a point. But yeah, I'm taking Giannis over 44.5 points and rebounds. Okay. This man just dominates, and the Bulls don't really have a great interior defense. Nikola Vucevic is a soft little man. I'm not a fan of him. I always regret betting on him when I do, so I'm not taking that. But on that side of the ball, I'm taking DeMar DeRozan and his PRA over 37.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He needs to get back on track, and he needs to do so against an Eastern Conference contender. The Bulls are playing better basketball. They won a pretty close game, I believe, last night. So I expect DeMar to do the same and keep the train rolling for Chicago. Anything else before we get out of here, Johnny?
I want to remind everybody again, in T-minus 1 hour and 48 minutes, PHNX Cardinals Live will be live with the GM Saul Bookman and I hanging out with Arizona Cardinal right tackle Kelvin Beachum. He's got a great cause we're going to touch on. We're also going to touch on Kyler Murray. I'm going to ask him about new uniforms. I bet he's going to be pro uniforms because I'm pro uniforms. What the hell are the Cardinals doing in free agency? They signed an inside linebacker. They don't need an inside linebacker. I hate this team, but I also love them. That's PHNX Cardinals Live today at 2 p.m.
Yep. Do not forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything. We'll be back tomorrow, every Monday through Friday at noon. Tap in, don't miss us. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. And peace, love, and PRA.